Hello parents. My name is Miss Jerome-Severe. I am a second grade teacher in the public school, and I am here to show you how to use the tools using tens and ones, what it is, and how to use it with your child who is struggling in second grade. They don't usually introduce it in kindergarten, but in second grade, third grade, or fourth grade, or fifth grade. All right, so we're going to start. So the tools we're using today is tens and ones. So what is it? So it looks like this. So I want to show you. This is the tens. And the reason it's called tens is because these little squares, if you count it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is why it's called a 10, because it has 10. So this is called tens. And these are called ones. They call ones because they are singles. They are singles, so they are called ones. So this is a 10 because it has 10 little squares. And this is called ones because they are individual. So usually we use those tools. We use those tools to help the children count and add. So instead of, let's say we're doing 12 plus 12, instead of making 12 circles plus 12 circles, we use tens and ones to help your child understand, to count faster, to find the answer faster. So that's the purpose of using tens and ones. So this is what it looks like. This is what the 10 look like, and this is called ones. So we're gonna go over it again. This is called tens, and this is called ones. And this is how they really spelled it. So, sorry. So this will be the tens, and this will be the ones. Okay? So when the child brings the paper to home to you, so this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like for your child to do. This is what it looks like on the paper. Actually, it would look like this, and it would look like that. So that's what tens and ones look like. So again, what do we need? What do we use it for? We use it for counting. We used to do it for addition. We use it also for subtraction. Okay, so now you might see tens and ones. It may not look like that, and then sometimes it looks like this on paper. So you might see a straight line like that. So if your child see a straight line like that on paper, it represents the same thing as this one. It's just a straight line instead of the child drawing this and make lines. So they just make a straight line. This will consider as 10. But on the other side, on paper also, you might see something that looks like this. So if you see tiny circles, those are ones. So make sure that if you see it, because I know you're not gonna have this tool, because unless you purchase it, unless you get it from the dollar store or you get it from Amazon, so you're not gonna have it. So I want to show you, this is what we use in the classroom to help the children count. So this is tens and this is ones. These are ones. But on the paper, the math paper that's coming home, you're gonna see lines like this which represent tens. Yes, it still represent 10, and then you might see little circles like this. They represent ones. So I just want to expose you what it looks like on paper and what the tools look like in the classroom. But again, just because it's the line, you still count it as tens. Because it's circles, you still count it as ones. Okay? So tens and ones. So that's what it is. So why do we use tens and ones? So it helps the children to better count easier, to count faster, and also we use it for addition and subtraction. So in order for your child to be able to use this, he or she must have the concept of counting by tens by tens. For example, well, what do you mean by? So for example, if I'm using just the tens, right? If I'm using just the tens, so this will be 10. One more, 20. One more, 30. 40. 50. So your child must be able to count by 10 in order to use these tools. Okay, so it's called counting on. So you're counting by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And this tool is called tens. The reason it's called tens, because there's 10 little squares. Okay, so let's see what else I'm missing. So now let's practice counting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the magnet tool. And this is a board you could get from Amazon. It's magnet, but you don't have to buy the magnet. Once you could go to the dollar store and get the other one. So this one is magnet. And you could order these if you want to. But if you don't, you could use the board. You could get the board from the dollar store. And you get yourself expo marker. I call it the math marker. So you could use it at home to help your child master the skills that they need to do. So let's practice making some numbers. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to make 30. What I'm going to make? 30. And then in order for your child to master, to use the tens and ones, they have to know their numbers. They have to know their numbers. They have to be able to count. Second graders should be able to count up to 120, recognizing the numbers out of order. So we're making 30, right? So 30 is 10, 20, 30. So now let's see how you're going to do it with paper. Since you don't have these tools at home, let's see how you're going to use it on paper for the child to understand. So this will be 10, 20, 30. Same thing, two different concepts. The tools in the classroom and the paper and the marker and the whiteboard you could use to help you get the same thing. All right, so let's do another one. Let's say that we're doing 45. What are we doing? 45. So this is 45. So let's use my tools. This is called again. What is this called? Tens. What is this called? Tens. So this will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. That is 45. Now I'm going to put a lot, and now I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to do it the other way since you don't have these tools at home. So I'm going to use it the other way for you to show your kid. So what does this line represent? It still represents 10. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. There is 45. So in order for your child again to master the counting by 10, they have to be able to count by 10. Okay? So that's how we use tens and ones. So let's do 12. So how would you do 12? So if I draw it with my marker, it would be what? This represent what? 10. Yes, this represent 10. And this represent what? Yes, that should be 11. And that should be 12. Yes, those are ones. So they are ones. Like you say, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the more these you add, it continues. The more ones you add, the counting continues. All right? So this will be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So yes, so those ones is like you're counting on. So I hope that's a little bit, I hope you understand what I'm trying to show you. So like that, you could help your child with understanding how to count using tens and ones. So we're gonna make 61. So I wanna show you how to make 61 using my tools. What is this tool called again? This tool is called tens. It's tens because it's 10 square. So let's count by 10. We're gonna make sure we count by 10. So this is 10. This will be what? Very good. If you say 20, that's good. This would be what? 30, good. 40, good. 50, 60, right? We got 60. But we're not done. We're not done. Always ask your child, are we done? So let's do it again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61. What is that? 61. Okay, so let's draw it now. I'm going to take the magnet tools off. Let's draw it. What does this represent again? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How do we make the one? A circle, 61. Let's count it again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 61. So if your child has a little problem counting, you could even write it on the bottom for him or her. So you could write it. You could write it until they get the whole concept. Until they get the whole concept of counting by 10. So we using tens and ones, especially the children who are struggling in class, they don't just get it in one sitting. So this is something that you would need to do over and over and expose them often and do it. If you want to do it consistently with them, they will get it eventually, but you need to be able to help them do it all the time until they understand the concept. So that was it for tens and ones. Understanding tens and ones, understanding what it's used for, how it's used, and what it looks like on paper when your child brings it home from whatever grade they're in, and you are able to understand what it is. So I hope this video was very helpful. Let me know if any other video you would like me to do. I'll be more than happy to do from K to second grade, a little bit on third grade, but let me know. I hope this video was very helpful. Again, my name is Miss Jerome-Severe. It was a pleasure to help you, to show you how to help your child understanding math. Have a good one. Bye.